Good afternoon, Year 8. Just checking in really quickly with this tutorial. I know that some of you are really experienced with this, and some of you still are feeling nervous about it. I did see some of your one-word responses in roll call today, so I thought what I'd do is I would show you basically what the expectation is in Year 8 visual arts. So here you can see my screen. So I'm sharing with you my screen, and I have a lot of different classes. So you guys are this one here. So I'm going to select on it. So it will take me straight to the stream. Okay, so every time you go into a Google Classroom, it'll take you to this stream where you can actually ask questions. Okay, so you can see here Paige has asked, what do you do if you don't have a homeroom? Well, everyone has a homeroom. We can actually answer that for Paige right now. If I go back over to my classes here, Year 8 homeroom is this one here. Okay, and so the class code is all lowercase B, P, C, S, D, N, O. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to copy that. Okay, then I'm going to go back over to my classes, and I'm going to jump back into Visual Arts Year 8, and then I'm going to say, hi Paige, Year 8 homeroom is class code then I'm going to sign. I can do little emojis, but they don't come up the same in Google Classroom. But they're fun to do. Okay, so I'm going to send that to Paige. So you can ask questions on the stream, okay? You'll see that a teacher, myself or Mr. Nangle will actually create some type of announcement or comment. So here it's afternoon year 8 visual arts. We have an exciting unit of work that is tailored to suit your skills. We will be making some virtual art that consists of digital images, photos, videos, and sound. Now, when we suggest that these are the types of artworks that we're doing, if you still want to draw and paint, then by all means you can definitely do that. I would love that. So would Mr. Nangle. So still do the class content and the unit of work, but then add your own expressive form. So when we talk about expressive form, we're talking about drawing, painting, sculpture, whatever. So this is so exciting, this unit of work, because it's so different, but it's tailored to actually suit your particular strengths, which is super, super cool. So make sure each time with your timetable that you answer, are you there? Because it's actually a roll. So we're actually taking a roll to see whose students are online and who is present in the class. Now, if you still are a little bit nervous, your timetable looks like this, okay? So Year 8 timetable looks like this. We've adjusted the time, so 9 to 9:40, 10 to 10:40, and there's a small break from 10:40 to 11. Period 3 is 11 to 11:40. Continuing on, there's another little break there. Period 4 is 12 to 12:40. Then we have afternoon activities, break in between there, and then we have homeroom. So you go back, bounce into your homeroom, and there'll be some activities for you to do. That's a really good setup that we have there. So as you can see, Wednesday, it's period 4. So in between the time of 12 o'clock and 12:40, you should be doing visual arts, and you just follow that structure throughout the week for us, okay? So what do? When you bounce into Google Classroom, it's going to send you to the stream. You may need to look at the stream to look at the announcement, or you bounce into Classwork. I always bounce into Classwork because that's where everything is. So we structure it in a way where term 2 sits at the top. So whatever the week is, okay, that will be showing there. So the class content PowerPoint, you don't actually need to use this. So I might actually move it down to the bottom. So it's actually a resource. Say something was to happen and you had no computer or no internet, you could print that PowerPoint off and use that as a resource, but it has our whole content. So here you would answer, are you there? So you would check in. So I can see that 21 have actually come into the Google Classroom, but only 10 are present in the classwork. Okay, so you just need to find what week it is. So it's week 1. So you click on week 1, and what it will have is, and it's like an assignment, so that there are parts of these pages that you have to do. So week 1, you're navigating. So it's going to take you a little time to get used to this. Okay, so navigating the weekly pages, and you're going to meet the artist. That is the learning intention. All right, so students learn to navigate weekly pages in Google Classroom. And then your success criteria, when you're successful, is when you can locate and use the class content confidently. All right, so I want you to implement the page scroll learning and weekly page features. And you're like, okay, what does that mean? So you click onto this resource and it will take you to a web page. So we've set up a web page, and then you are to scroll. Okay, reading this content, it's really important that you take the time, because it teaches you how to use this format. Okay, I'm not going to go any further with that, because there's a lot of content that we've actually put in there for you. Okay, so you are to scroll. This is really, really good, and what I'm really excited about is the fact that this particular format is super easy for you to use, one on a PC, laptop, but also on your phone. So you can actually read all our week 1 content, and you can actually click on the links and use your phone. So say you've got multiple siblings at home, mum and dad are using the computer. What we've tried to do in Visual Arts is really try to make it user friendly. Okay, so what I want you to do is do this weekly page. So a weekly page is what you scroll through, you read it, you look at the images, and you follow the instructions. Okay, really important to follow the instructions. And then I will check in with you towards the end. Thanks, Urate.